Why is audio always a pain? Why do I always ruin it? I ruin it. I ruin it. Ruin the audio. It's the same exact problem that I was having. Let's do it. My voice cracks, says Harry. That is a shame. I'll look into that. Thanks for the heads up. So let's see how it sounds for me. And if I test like right on top of the microphone. This microphone is so amazing. I can't believe it. Way better now. Nah, that was just the computer being weird and stupid. The computer is dumb. Like a dumb computer. It's dumb. Let's get sound up in here. Let's get a face up in here. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Do we have that button? Yes, we do. Do we have Harry in chat? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Hello. Welcome to the stream. It is time for New Vegas. Did I forget about something? I'm recording. I'm recording up there as well, I think. Can't tell, but I'm pretty sure it's the first thing I do now these days. Because that way I never forget. My glasses are all dirty and all smudgy. Because of course they are. They're not before. They're super dirty. But they're not before I start recording. Or rather, before I turn that light on. Burp. But after I do, then I see all the dirt and all the grime and all the bad. So I need to make them spot on and clear and nice. The game is so loud all the time. Why is the game so loud? Not too loud, but I do need to compensate. I need to be on top of the audio. Because if I talk like this, you can't understand anything of what I'm saying. I can't hear. I can't hear the game, only you, says Harry. Is that true? It is true. I didn't know that. Wow, OBS is... Why doesn't OBS tell me that? Okay, well, in that case, I will need to figure that out. Let me see if I can figure that out by just clicking on that button over there. I can indeed figure that out by just clicking on that button over there. I wonder if I can lower the volume of the game from here. Minus 10.3 dB. Just a little. And now when I switch this, it maintains the minus 10.3. It should allow for per scene volume selection. Because it doesn't. And we're playing The Divide. Make your way through the lonesome... It's the lonesome road. That's what it is. And I need to go over there, and I'll be right back. I did kill the mic a little bit too soon, didn't I? Valorake. Well, Valaraukare. Valaraukare. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? I went to bed super late last night on purpose. On purpose. And today was a super hectic day. Very out of normal for me. Everything went alright, sort of, except for the fact that I didn't record 2 episodes that I wanted to record. But whatever. It's fine. I'll record them Saturday or something. Valar is okay. Valar. Valar indeed. Valar Okare. Yeah, that does sound a little bit better if I separate it in my mind as Valar Okare. Now it works, man. OBS is about. No, it's just me. I'm scatterbrained. You know how it goes. Being scatterbrained. Look at this. I have the lens. I got the lens. I got the lens for this little bugger over here. It's a 16mm lens. It doesn't have any depth of field because that's not what these lenses are for. It's okay because it's actually. No, that's okay. That's okay that it doesn't have depth of field because it's for a green screen. But I have another lens that has a tremendous bokeh effect, and it's a cinema lens as well, so it's good for taking photos. But this thing. It's all crooked. Why is it crooked? What happened? Is it normal? I suppose. This thing, I finally got it in the mail. And it's tiny. It comes out. It doesn't like a thing. And so this is the camera that I'm gonna start recording things with. I'm still deciding what I want to do. Oh, I should be putting my thing over here so that way you can see the camera and the lens, the size of the lens. Let me see if I can put it close to the. You see the size? You see how tiny it is in comparison to other lenses? It's weird. So my intention, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the camera yet. My intention is to have the camera right there over the monitor. So basically, I would be playing like this, and of course I can flip myself, and the lighting isn't gonna be the same because it's gonna be a little bit more flattering lighting, and I'll be able to. It's just better for the green screen basically because I'll have the light right in front of me. What happened to your wrist? Oh, it's just you know how it is, the carpal tunnel thing. It doesn't. It's a permanent thing. It's not. It didn't happen. It's just computers. Computers happened. So yeah, basically, I want to have the camera over there. So I'll be playing in this thing, and then the cool thing is, because that's gonna be the main green screen thing. I'll be able to switch lenses because I'll still have the webcam. But the webcam sucks because you can see I'm a lot of focus. Yeah, it's just I said it before, but this like it focuses over here, I think, or somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, it's the autofocus is off because autofocus, unless it's good, it should be off all the time. But it, like even like up close, it's good enough because that's such a shallow lens that it doesn't really matter. Focusing is pretty pointless, but it's definitely not focusing on me. I think it's focusing on here because these are webcams, so they don't expect you to be too far away. But this thing focuses on everything, so it's totally fine. Anyway, the point is, I'm looking forward to messing around with the cameras, but I still need to get a capture card for this camera and an HDMI cable that I also don't have. And what's the other thing? Oh, right, the charger, so that I can connect it to the mains without it being draining the battery. So, you know, not having it on the battery. Put it over there, over the pile of guitar picks that I don't use. You can't see the guitar picks, can you? I have a bunch of guitar picks over there. This is my favorite that I don't use. Supersonic Tumbleweed, welcome to the stream. Look at this guitar pick. Look at how pretty it is. And it's absolutely useless. It is... it is just... It's useless. Look at this thing. It's a three thing. I think it's a Raptor. This is probably Dunlop. Yeah, it's a Raptor. No, it's not Dunlop. I think Raptor is the brand. And it's like... It's so useless. It doesn't do anything. I mean, it does, but it's like, you don't... Guitar picks are so important. So important. I have my this is my thing of guitar picks. This thing. It's full of a bunch of them. Like a lot of them. Like, just a lot of them. I can... These are just a few. There's a lot of them. And these are the John Petrucci guitar picks. The old ones, not the new ones. Because the new ones are expensive, so I just bought the old ones. And they're the ones that I like. They're incredible. They're fantastic. Just the right size, just the right material. Very important material. Material of a guitar pick. Harrogent, welcome to the stream. How's it going? We're playing The Lonesome Road. I'm watching you on mobile. Data and regret nothing. Supersonic Tumbleweed. Make sure you don't spend too much money, though. You better strum some guitar even for fun every once in a while. I am trying to do that, but the problem with the guitar is that as it stands right now, I cannot listen to myself and play for you guys at the same time. It's kind of complicated. I do have the required equipment, but I just don't have it set up. So the way I have it is this whole thing. It makes sound, but the problem is it's 10 p.m. So I can't make sound at this time. I could turn it on a little, but it's not gonna sound good because I would need to mic it directly, which I can do, and I will do actually. I'll be getting an SM76, 75 rather, 57, SM57. That's the one. In the future, pretty soon. And when I do that, I'll be able to mic the speaker directly. But the speaker isn't particularly good. What I want to do is I want to do cab simulation, which I am able to do. But for that, I need to route another XLR cable from another thing that I have, and I'm gonna have to have a third computer instead of just the two computers that I have right now. So it's a big mess. And then I'll have to have another set of headsets, which I already have. Oh no, wait, I don't have. It's in-ear monitors that I'll be getting. They're really nice. They're really nice. But also for that, I need this thing over here, which is a audio mixer, line mixer, that allows you to have a single exit for multiple inputs, which is really nice because you can hook up multiple computers to the same thing. Although that's not the part that I want to use the in-ear speakers for. That's the other thing that I want to... It's complicated. It's a big mess. So basically the idea is to have it's a big mess. Someday becomes music streamer. I'm not good enough. I'm just, like a scrub. I have fun, but I'm not good. You better you could play the violin, noob, don't fret it. The violin, I have never played a single proper note on a violin, but I have held a violin, and I know the basic principle of playing a violin, but I don't know, I don't have the... Like, it's complicated. It's like, you need to do, it's complicated. I have 4-in-1 out mixer, also pretty nice for multiple PCs and my Laserdisc. Yeah. Just, it's a big setup. It's a big mess, and everything needs to be, I need to have time for things, and I don't have time for things, because I have a daytime job that I hate. I hate it. But it pays the bills, most of them. So, yeah. Anyway, we are reloading from last stream because I don't want to waste this time because hunger and thirst. Paladin Shenron, you're just in time because we're playing The Lonesome Road, and we came out of that house over there. Everything was exploded, and now we're going to explode some more stuff because that's how we do. This place is looking a lot better. I mean... I'm capable of seeing this place a lot better now that it's daytime. I wonder if these things matter for anything. Because, you know, they make noise. What do we have? The men's barracks. Hello. Did you really go back there? With your stupid sniper rifle? Oh no. The AI broke. These guys, all their equipment is probably irrelevant for me. Is the audio okay? The audio okay for the game? I think so. It's a little bit on the quiet side. Sorry. We all hate our jobs. Okay, yeah, that's true. I have a thing for women playing violins. I don't know any any women violinists. I do know three men who play violin personally. Obviously, like internationally, I know women that play violin, but like personally, all of the violinists that I'd be able to ask for lessons and stuff are all men. But what's that sound? What do you? Anti-material rifle. I know it's an anti-material rifle. Why are you complaining? Oh! That's why. Huh. These things don't even sell anything good. They do sell mods. That is really curious. I wonder if this DLC is going to be the first DLC to give... Well, actually, I'm being unfair. It wouldn't be the first DLC, but I wonder if this DLC is going to give some love to Unarmed. As Unarmed unfriendly as Honest Hearts, yeah, as Honest Hearts was, it at least gave me that little glove, and it gave us some unarmed weapons. So it's the kind of DLC that you can make, that you can play halfway through the game. So, nice. All the plastic skeletons. Okay. And out here, we have a hard lock. All I need from this DLC is Elite Riot Gear. Nothing more. Elite Riot Gear. Is that not Ranger armor? These jokes with plastic skeletons. It's not jokes anymore. It's an actual... I have a problem. I have a problem. I know 7. 2 are my axes, says Harry. Wow. 7. That's yeah. Well, you're a show business man. You know all the people. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't think I even know. What? I don't think I even know personally 7 classic instrument players. What? Oh, that guy. That doesn't count. Eddie, I just killed you. Do you like being killed by me? Is that what's going on here? My God. Yeah, it's not. I'm being serious. Eddie, get out of it. So unwieldy. Freaking combat systems. Just a mess. Elite Riot Gear is most valuable armor in the game, and one of the best armors in the freaking game. Does it defend me the most? Because that's all I need, honestly. I'm a little bit scared about this DLC. We got an MRE over here. Don't need that, but I'm a little bit scared about this DLC because I will not include uninteresting dungeons. And I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of uninteresting dungeons. Because the loot is really good. And it seems like they have marked men guard outposts. Okay, we got a little bit of blood. Potentially, could be red paint. We have... Oh, yeah, we got sausages. Yeah, it's definitely not red paint. There's nobody around, though. Okay. Ooh, chunks. And a handprint. Huh. And you see what I mean? That's about as much as I'll get out of these dungeons and out of these locations. I am pretty sure this DLC does not have the same level of dungeon design, like, for example, Lonesome Road has. Which is a real shame. And even Lonesome Road, those jokes, Jesus Christ. I know. It's, again, it isn't supposed to be a joke. It's me actually trying to engage directly with a... I have a problem. My hope is that I will be able to give my problem to other people, so that companies will not include companies will not include plastic skeletons in their games, unless they're making, you know, like a really goofy game. Because if it's goofy, then it needs to have plastic skeletons, right? It's goofy. Obviously, it's gonna have plastic skeletons. But not if it doesn't. Not if it isn't. You know what I mean? Fallout, like, I think the best thing about, like, not the best thing, but a really cool thing about Fallout, and when I say Fallout, I mean the first game. You got riot gear from Armory. Not that I remember, no. Oh, I mean, if I did, I didn't pick it up. I went into the Armory. Yeah, I didn't pick it up. A really cool thing about Fallout is that it's so unrecognizable. Like, even people... Even, like, when you go to Los Angeles and people say, this used to be called Los Angeles and now we call it the Adytum or whatever. And you don't even know how to pronounce Adytum because what the hell is that? At least that's my experience. It's just unrecognizable. It's like... isn't this multiple men's barracks? Or is this the same? No, I think it's the same. And so when Bethesda came in with the single first... This is so Bethesda. This is so exemplary or exemplifying of Fallout 3 and Bethesda's design philosophy. And when I say Bethesda, I am not talking about Fallout New Vegas, obviously, because this is Obsidian, but it did transform the franchise. Fallout 3 transformed the franchise because people expect something now that wasn't there before. And the very first, what's the word? I just said it. Concept art for Fallout 3 is the Capitol building, all destroyed. And, like, you can see bits in the background of Bethesda, or Maryland, because that's where the Capitol building is, and all that sort of stuff. Is it Maryland? It isn't. It's whatever. You can see the things in the background, and I think that just goes counter to Fallout. The ruins. Fallout is a franchise. The ruins that you find that are interesting, they're not interesting because, oh look, it's an important building from the real world. No, they're interesting because of the exploration and the adventure. Like, you find the Gecko Cave. Oh look, more of this. I think it's falling. Cutting board. Tales of a junk... What? Excuse me, I'm here actually getting some real nice stuff. Thank you. Real nice stuff. I just saw something that's really important. It's the Tales of a Junkie trade thing, which is important, actually. Tales of a Junktown jerky vendor. Junktown sells not just jerky. Is it Junktown that has the Iguana Bob stall? All I'm saying is it's made of people. Yes, it is people, okay? And that is the reference. Also, the other thing is, obviously, that's a book about That's a book for a specific skill of mine, if I can find it. And now, a single magazine gets me almost to 100. So, good news. Real good news. Is that strange meat pie? See? I tell you. I don't understand. Remember that one place in the game where there's strange meat or strange meat pies? Is it in Boulder? No, what is it called? Iguana Bob's Secret, yeah. It's that mining town south of the quarry. That I think it's that place that has that. I don't understand why they have human meat in there. I'll have to read a Wikipedia article about it. But anyway, that was a really good find. Yeah, but just to go back to what I was saying about Sloan. Thank you, Paladin Shenron. Is it Bob or Bits? No, it's Iguana. Is it? No, his name is Bob, I think. It's also Bits. I hate this guy. Why does he block? Just die. Perish. Yeah, but like, think of the gecko cave in Fallout 2. Like, that's perfect exploration in Fallout. I feel. It's you finding a place that you can't open and being like, oh, nobody got in there. After 200 years, nobody went in there. What is that? That's cool. And the same thing with the glow in Fallout 1. And it's kind of the same thing with the Deathclaws and whatnot. But the big thing is there's a bit of blood there that disappears. The big thing is then you go back and it's just a random cave. And it's amazing because, you know, it has equipment that you've never seen. It's a remnant of the old world. And it's a random cave of the old world, but it isn't, you know, it's cool even though it is random. And I think Bethesda leaning in on real life buildings just betrays that they don't understand Fallout that same way that I do. And I don't know. Tazzy, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Fallout 2, 1 and 2 had a really hard Deathclaws. Oh yeah. The Fallout 1 had the one Deathclaw. There's one Deathclaw that you find by yourself, if I remember correctly. Trying to remember exactly what encounters, because you find the Deathclaws that were attacking. This is a little bit of a spoiler. It's a sniper down there. Speaking of which, we have a sniper over here. You have that one mission. Ooh. Marked men supply outposts. And radiation. Oh, radiation is good. These guys have really good equipment, by the way. Radiation is good because now I can do this. Although I don't know what I'm aiming for. Is that a knife? That is a knife. There it is. Cook. Cook my nuke. That blows up twice. Was that to block up, or was that blocking up the passage, I wonder? Got a little bit of sleep accommodation here. You cannot sleep while being irradiated. That's unfair, I say. Especially because sleeping is when we actually receive the well, historically speaking, sleeping is when we receive the most amount of radiation. Because of sleeping under wool. I think is it wool? There's like a material. There's a material that we make. Historically speaking, again, that we make covers out of that is a little bit radioactive. You know, like bananas are radioactive, people are radioactive, and yeah, if you sleep right next to somebody, you're also receiving radiation. Radiation is everywhere, except in things that people think it isn't. Radiation is good. Double shot, legendary effect, nuclear warhead. Blows up twice because why not? All of them do that, and I don't like that. It's a bit annoying. It's don't like it. Just give me one satisfying explosion and that's it. And I call it satisfying because I don't really care. It's satisfying for me. It's satisfying if there's an effect. Like it's an explosion that makes a sound. I like it because that's the effect. If an explosion that destroys something that I like, that I don't like, that's good. If it's just an explosion for the sake of it, it's just like, ugh. Wow, look at this thing. This reminds me of the DLC for Fallout 3. Was it called The Pit? I think it was called The Pit. That was a rubbish DLC, my god. I only played it the one time. I think. Because I think I finished Fallout 3 twice, but I think I finished the second time I finished it with the yes. With the latest Legendary Edition or whatever of the game. Because the first time I played it was a review copy. And we have a log over here from Ulysses. Apparently Ulysses has multiple logs. That worries me. Because I'm gonna miss them. I'm trying my best to explore everything, but... What?
Emptiness here. Like the sands of the great
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The Pit. It was, thank you.
beating in the divide sky, like storms.
It's like an STD. No, I didn't mean having sex with somebody gives you radiation, although that does too.
Cut the throats.
I meant literally sleeping next to somebody.
Cut all communities off. Use storm, sky,
I thought it was just...
seas, fire,
I didn't like it.
starvation, and the violence of the
But I finished it.
to ruin all who could. Might stand against him.
Fair
The
enough.
Whitelegs. They couldn't live on their own, like most scavengers. So gave them purpose. Turned their hunger into a weapon. The wall of New Canaan. Too high for Caesar. Too proud, maybe. Or maybe something there from his past that needed killing. Memory of Graham. Help them dig out Canaan's supply caches and other secrets the sands hid. Bunkers filled with powered weapons even the Brotherhood might desire. They call these new weapons storm drums in the firing of shells. Taught them the power in the casings to channel the spirits in their guns. Me, they called me the flag bearer. Glory in my hand, in my staff that still bore the weight of the old world, just as the symbol on my back did. I learned their weapons as a means of respect, and when it came their turn to pay respect to me, history came rushing back. Can't escape what's been done. History's there, no matter how far you walk.
Okay, so... bear with me here. Ulysses is being... not just in that dialogue, but particularly in the dialogue that we had with him before. But that thing right there, it characterizes him as a buffoon. Not as a... like, he's not an idiot, or... he's not necessarily... like, I'm not casting a moral judgment on him. I'm casting his self... what's the word? He's conceited. He's like, he's self-assured. Self-righteous. It's not even self-righteous. He's just... He's so pompous. On purpose. All of his text is like the sort of diatribes that you talk... I don't know, I do that every once in a while, but mostly because I also, I do Let's Play, so I have to practice some of the stuff I say sometimes. But I talk by myself just for nothing when I'm in the shower or just doing random stuff. There you go. Oh, that one just blew up once. You didn't like it? Oh. Oh yeah, that might be a problem, actually. It's a good call. But he's just, like... that is his own personal recording, I suppose. So it makes sense that it would be just him rambling. But it feels like almost self-adulating in a way. Blister over here. That one didn't. Apparently, you know, it's the. These guys have the. They have like name tags, so I can tell their name. Please don't kill Eddie. Eddie's expensive. Thank you. Are they all dead? See, Eddie? Nothing to fear. Now, what did Blister have? A flamer. Well, I guess that makes sense, because, you know, when you... If your flesh burns, it blisters. So, I think that's what it means. It's like a joke. You see? It's a joke. Anyway. Righteous man. Yeah, I think self-righteous, because he's a righteous man. I don't think he's a righteous man. Well, righteous man just means he's right. It doesn't mean that he thinks he's right, or it doesn't mean that other people think he's right. When you say righteous, you are saying that they are right. You know what I mean? Brotherhood doesn't want Tommy guns. Mafia in Reno does. Says the man who killed half of the Mojave. He has a unique helmet because he's a mini boss. I hate that sort of level enemy design. But let's see the helmet here. Marked patrol armor. Yeah, that's an interesting plus perception helmet. Oh, no, that's the armor, sorry. Plus perception armor, that's interesting. You can have +2 perception on your armor. Yeah, that looks like the helmet for... Energy resistance helmet, yeah. It's pretty interesting. We don't use it. But, yeah, cool stuff. Thank you for bringing it to my attention, because I wouldn't have... Because, well, the loot system does not... It's not particularly well-fashioned for unique items like that. It's well-fashioned for you finding the unique items outside, but not on people. It's easy to miss, because you're just like, I already know what you have. I don't want what you have. So, I'll not even look, and yeah, that's what happened. Although, I should have known better, because it's unique. It's a different name. Every named mini-boss has unique helmet. Oh, cool. I don't know what those symbols are. Yeah, there really is nothing. Lend a hand for Uncle Sam. Enlist today. That's such an emblematic aspect of Fallout and the depiction of the U.S. Army. I don't fully understand if it's meant to be like the U.S. was a police state or a military state before the war. Although, I mean, the criticism is there. It's just, I don't know if it was completely on purpose on all fronts. There's something up there. Huh. How do I get up there? Tunnelers ahead. Thank you. There's gotta be a way of getting up there. Not through here. Oh, through here. Oh, I made it. Oh, interesting. They're all broken. And it's just food. Oh. It wasn't. But, going back to what I was saying. But the intro cinematic of Fallout 1 does have the 2 people in power armor shooting somebody that they captured, and he's like twitching and dying, and they just shoot him again to make sure that he's dead. So that's definitely depicting a certain level of authoritarian power sort of thing by the U.S. Army, because that's the U.S. Army who has the power armors. Yeah, that alarm... That's... Eddie, you idiot. That alarm definitely was working. That's how cars work. Their batteries never die. Never die. Have you ever had your car's battery die? No. Obviously not. Also, car alarms weren't invented in the 50s. Your car shouldn't make that sound. That's a 70s thing. I think? Yeah. Certainly in the movies. I think that's what you'd have to expect from Fallout is like, do movies in the 50s feature cars going wee 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 when you punch them? No. That's an 80s kind of movie. Also, or 70s. I'm pretty sure the 70s already had car alarms. But the movies themselves, I don't think started... I don't remember. Maybe 70s movies have that. I don't know. I am not the best connoisseur of movies. But that felt cheap. And very out of place. Absolutely out of place. Eslaxi, welcome to the stream. How's it going? I'm trying not to get burned over here, but the fire is not real. Paladin Shenron, have a good night. Thank you for showing up. And next, Canada and stuff, yeah. US before Great War was very selfish. you say it as if every other time it wasn't. But yeah, the specifically, well, the situation of the annexation of Canada is described in Fallout 2, and there's other text in Fallout 2 as well that that also talks about basically what happened is the United States went out of its way to steal the last reserve of oil in the world, and China invaded because of it. That's the situation of the war before. Collapsed over pass tunnel. On solid ground. Building the American dream. Oh, that's the vaults. No, it isn't. That's the nukes. Right. Now, where's this tunnel? Car alarms were introduced in 1970. Thank you, Harry. Thank you very much. Well, we all know that Canada is a myth, like the dodo bird. It doesn't exist. Why do they always paint the floor right next to the plastic skeletons with red paint? This doesn't even... Oh, was that a thing? No, it was just an MRE. Yeah, keep out. Yeah, I don't care about you. You're ugly. Just want to make sure that I don't miss anything specifically. Or very special, I should say. I think I've gotten everything out here. Let me look at the map. I haven't looked at the map yet. Cool, this has an actual map. Ooh, I remember the rest. Now the memory is coming to mind now. So China was made good guys, but Richardson said China was blown back to Stone Age. Yeah, but so was the United States. Richardson is just his account is just I don't think China was made the good guys. The United States, like, I think the easy way to make China the good guys is to say that the United States launched the first bomb. But it's specifically made to nobody knows who launched the first bomb. There's some cut content that sort of tries to explain who launched the first bomb, and I think it's bad for cut content. But the restoration mod puts it back. It's in the EPA. I don't think it's good, and I don't think it fits anything. I made my thoughts clear at the time when I played the last time I played Fallout 2 and got to the EPA, because the first time I played Fallout 2 on the channel, I didn't get to the EPA. I couldn't unlock it. Or it wasn't released yet? I don't remember. But the point is, Fallout doesn't, I don't think, makes anybody the good guys. So anybody, like, if there's a moral to be taken, and I don't think there is, because Fallout doesn't go out of its way to do that. But if you would think that Fallout is casting anybody as the bad guys, it is as every political power that has nuclear weapons. They are the bad guys, and like, if that is a conclusion that we want to reach, and I don't think we can really do that. It's left up. That's for us to decide. It's not, the game doesn't really do anything about that. But if it did, it would be that everybody is the bad guy. What mod? Green chocolate, chocolatey. Welcome to the stream. I have a bunch of mods. The list. So if you want the list, if you go to, that's not the direction. It's over there. If you at the bottom, the right bottom side of the screen right now, there's youtube.com/KernelRPGGaming. That's my YouTube channel. And if you go there and you open a one of the episodes of the Let's Play of Fallout New Vegas, which is, you know, I do a Let's Play with the footage from this from the streams. If you open an episode, any episode, you will you can go to the description, and there's the mod list. There's a lot of them. There's Ojo Bueno. There's a bunch of texture replacers and restored content stuff, and there's a bunch of stuff in there. So yeah. What if it was like in a real life event where when a Soviet computer malfunctioned and showed that U.S. missiles were fired? Thankfully, the Russian general called. Oh yeah, yeah. I think it's left on purpose like that because it's also part of the. It's also part of the. I think the criticism of weapons of mass destruction is part of the criticism is that it is so finicky, and any sort of retaliation is subject to. Like, even if they fire the first weapon, the retaliation itself is subject to needs to be subject to so much scrutiny to avoid misunderstandings, and that's even before you even consider the fact that you're killing millions of civilians for no reason whatsoever. There's just it's just like you don't even need to get into those things. So the criticism is as well is left, I think. Is made more more relevant if you don't say how it happened, because there are so many ways that it could have happened. I don't know specifically about that. I have heard about that. I have heard about that malfunction of the Soviet things. I also know that there's a story of a submarine, a nuclear submarine, that had nuclear weapons on board, of the United States. And it basically is the same situation as that of the Russians. And the general, there's an interview with the, with the second in command to the general of that submarine, or it was a group of submarines or something like that. There's an interview, and then for 40-something minutes, there was an open order for firing missiles, nuclear weapons, and they gave the order to fire, and they didn't. It was something. I think it had something to do with. I think it also had something to do with detecting a bomber flying or something like that. Or I think it was something to do with like a misunderstanding, and they decided that this is war, and they had a submarine in the Pacific, I think, and it would have started World War. The destruction of the world, really. Well, it's kind of complicated. It's kind of complicated. The hypotheses that they would bomb the entire planet into oblivion is definitely a valid hypothesis. But also, I think you could make the case that maybe they would just take it and shut up. You know what I mean? Whatever side. Because there's a lot of it's important. The Cold War, the thing that Fallout misses, and a lot of people misunderstand about the Cold War, especially from the American side of things, is that it's the sort of political machination. It's a sort of a political machination, in a way. It's not always like that, but it served the purpose, historically speaking, for the United States and for Russia as well. Just like the World War II served a purpose for Russia in regards to sort of solidifying the power of the state. The Cold War served the purpose for the United States military complex to solidify the power of the military-industrial complex, and the result is the wars that we have right now. They're the result of the Cold War. The continued result, in a way, because the wars continued during the Cold War. The problem is that in justifying a constant state of alertness and escalation, the United States budget is just shifted towards the military in a way that is deliberate. And it's not deliberate necessarily by, oh, this one person did it on purpose. They wanted the Cold War to exist. It's deliberate in the sense that there's nobody going to fight. There's nobody going to fight you when you say, oh, no, we really need to be careful about the Russians, when you're just going to make a bunch of money out of the United States government saying that. So what happens is that as an institution, the military of the United States, and I don't know enough about the Russian military to know the details about this, so I'm not going to pronounce myself about that. But I imagine I wouldn't be surprised if it were something similar to that, even though the current day military of Russia is different, very different, obviously, from the United States. But what happens is the United States basically consolidates power during this, or consolidates the extreme prioritization of the military throughout the Cold War in a way that was not seen since the British Empire, honestly, since the end of the First War. It's like it's a shifting, since the First World War, WW1. The British Empire still existed after the First World War, but the point is, there's a dynamic there that is not studied in the games, which is the dynamic of them. They want the Cold War because of the money that it gives them, not so much because they want to kill the enemy. And even though they will say, oh no, those commies, they will come for you, and the Russians, those capitalists, they will come for you, that's just the means through which the goals are gotten. And I think that sort of understanding is just not, like, it's the imaginary component of power. It's a little bit, yeah. I think it's just, it's good to wield a big stick. And it's the big stick thing, but I don't remember how it goes. To have a big stick and be quiet or something. Yeah, I think that is the analogy. I don't actually remember. There's somebody, I think it's a president of the United States, I think, that mentions the quiet, like, the United States is like a quiet person with a big stick or something like that, because, you know, nobody's gonna mess with you because nobody knows what you're gonna do, and you have a big stick, so you're gonna fuck them up. But the problem is, having the big stick and being quiet is very powerful. It's a very powerful situation. People are not gonna mess with you. You having to exert power and test yourself against other people by, you know, smashing them with a stick. That's not as good as just still being quiet and having the big stick. So I do wonder, and I wonder as a layman. I've never studied in depth the history of you know, what the Cold War could have led to and the situations that they were in, like the nuclear submarine and like the Soviet computer that malfunctioned. But I do wonder if it would have resulted in that. If it wouldn't be the news about Chicago is bombed, the world is at the brink. And just like a lot of newspapers were like that at the time. And nobody knows what the United States is going to be. Riots everywhere. It's like, what would the United States do? Or vice versa, you know. Of course, I mean in the mathematical sense, so the imaginary component. Right, of course. It's an eye power. That sounds like an Apple product. Let's do this bit over here, because I don't want to include that plastic skeleton. Keep out. Enter collapsed compass tunnel?
I don't believe it. Grant actually went to Colonel Autumn and got approval for her damned efficiency guidelines. All experiments will be carried out with the test subject fully active to reduce iteration time. It's barbaric. I've explained this to the Colonel. Just because the iBots don't have true AI doesn't mean they're just machines. I guess results are all that matter around here. Forget things like ethical procedures or humane treatment. I'm starting to have serious misgivings about leadership around here. At least I've got you to talk to, huh, Eddie?
Hey, Azor. Welcome to the stream. Harry is saying, considering the speed of the ICBMs, I don't think there would have been time to print the news. The thing, that's what I'm saying. I wonder if the ICBMs would have been launched. I wonder if Fallout would have happened in the case of somebody launching the first volley. You know what I mean? Or if it would have happened in the same way, at least, in a wave of 2 hours. Because Fallout, canonically, is 2 hours of total holocaust, which is the I think it is the word that... Is it the word that the game uses? Holocaust meaning burning, or great burning. Actually, I don't know what Holocaust specifically means, but I do know that that has to do with burning. So that's where they use the word. Uninstalled We Happy Few, finished Act 1, and then the game decided to complete reset my map progress, inventory, and skills, so they introduced a new character in Act 2. Oh no. Oh no, We Happy Few. Azor, why did you get yourself into that? The thing is, it's the same map I just spent 30 hours on fogging, because the map is fog. Yeah, that sucks, actually. That's like, it's bad. That's bad. Wheatley was really protective of his iBots, huh? He sounds more like a father than an inventor in these logs. I can't believe they proved that. I've met enough robots to know they're more than just machines. I can see why you left that place then. I hope those bastards got what was coming for them. Let's press on. We've got a lot of ground to cover. Look at me telling the video game what it wants to hear. Is that a Deathclaw? What the hell? Did the Deathclaw just die? That's part of a trap. The Deathclaw just died. Oh, hi. Oh, they're friends. You killed the Deathclaw. You're friends. That was a Deathclaw. The NCR trooper. Bravo mission orders. Dog tag. What do we have here? At 600 hours, Bravo team will conduct sweep and clear operations in advance of the main force. Early intelligence suggests the tunnels are only sparsely populated by small subterranean semi-humanoids, which are easily cowed by bright light and loud noises. Bravo team has been issued flashbang grenades for this purpose and is expected to meet minimal resistance. Well, I have my... Oh, it's another tail gun. Or, not tail gun, but nail gun. I'm very good at names. I can fix mine as well. I suppose. There really is no reason. But you got killed! So they're afraid of bright lights. I wonder if my flashlight takes care of that. Got some rockets there with that plastic skeleton on top. Caravan crate. Some pork and beans. I mean, I can't say no to pork and beans. There we go. And more pork and beans. Okay, it turns out I can't say no to pork and beans. And we just keep finding those posters that I'm definitely gonna miss. Eddie, don't mess with the things, not computers. I was gonna say don't mess with the computers. What are you talking about? What do you like? I see something back there. Oh, there's more NCR Rangers in here. They don't have orders, though. Is that... Oh, that's the... That's not even the skybox. That's just a texture back there, pretending to be the sky. Okay, let's follow the light, I suppose. I consider Act 1 the ending. It was great. The devs decided to want to increase the game length by completely resetting your progress. Yeah, that's an interesting attitude. I feel like you've been playing Fallout New Vegas for 2 to 3 years. I can tell you when my first save was. Good Springs. Oh, I can't actually. It doesn't say over here. It doesn't say. I've been watching JoJo's anime first time ever. That's such a ridiculous anime in a funny way. I have never watched. As long as it's not a Deathclaw, we're good. You can go home, Courier, without a coma. So we know Ulysses is not a fan of comas, despite his diatribes. Hello. Aren't you cute? They're friendly. Oh, they're not. What? What is this? Oh, it's nothing. Okay. Hulking Tunneler. Alright. Oh, that's a lot of money. Not that I need money. But it is a lot of money, so I'll take it. I don't think there's anything else in here. That is a cool introduction to the tunnelers. I don't think they're particularly dangerous, though. See, they're friendly. 2 of them. Friendly. Nope. Oh, hi! So I don't know where they come from. I think we're following the lights. But I think they spawn around us as well. But they also announced their presence. Oh, look at that. This is a magical land. Where car batteries exist. Rather, car alarms exist. And their batteries don't die. Because of all that. What? What are you talking about? I know you're gonna show up. There you are. Don't be afraid, Eddie. You're just some little kitty cats. Who doesn't like a good kitty cat? Okay, I'm stuck. I'm literally, like, stuck proper. You killed Eddie. Did you kill Eddie? You didn't kill Eddie. I'm not 100% sure what's going on, by the way. I'm having a lot of trouble landing hits. Or seeing anything. Eddie? Get up. I didn't... Yes. I didn't know you were immortal. Speaking of which... I need... to... repair my weapon. Perfect. Well, it's a good thing he's immortal. Those creatures remind me of gargoyles from Doom 1 and 2. Lights? Take me to the light carol and... I don't know. I don't know any of the references. Harry always with the references. I have no idea. I am... A couple of these stim packs. Should be good enough. It's a little bit of light here for this plastic skeleton. No, this light doesn't count. Eddie's teleporting. Little bit of radiation. And high road, half mile. I think. Is that where we need to go? It is where we need to go. But what about this light? This light is pointing me in the direction of a generator that is running 200 years after the war on fuel. And plastic skeletons, naturally. Oh, what a letdown. What an absolute letdown. We got jet, though. Purified water. That's probably not bad. There we go. Your favorite Fallout 1 or 2 or New Vegas? My favorite is New Vegas. Nah. My favorite is Fallout 1. But it is not the best Fallout. Did I reach the same conclusion as I did when I played New Vegas for the last time? Freaking hell. I'm so predictable. I'm so predictable. Fallout 1 is my favorite because it's comfortable. It's the same. I can't deny it. I like Fallout 1 and I can't deny it. The other fellas, I don't know how that song goes. But yeah, Fallout New Vegas is the best Fallout. Like, ooh, thunder right as we click there, huh? Well, no more tunnelers then.
There you are. You went quiet for a time, and that signal came in strong from your machine.
Machine?
Like a heartbeat. Made your way through old world towns, the tunnels that join them. Now,
This is very loud, isn't it?
for all you've seen behind you, there's worse along this stretch. Deathclaws hunt the marked men, and they also hunt what burrows below.
What burrows below? You mean those creatures in the underpass?
Tunnelers. Predators that make their own roads.
He doesn't say yes.
down
He
here.
just says tunnelers.
Divide.
See what I mean? He's a buffoon.
Showed them the world above, and the scent of new prey. Be a slower death for the Mojave than bombs and fire, but they'll come for its people, from where they least expect. Below.
Nah. Radiation from the war might have created them. Then detonation quakes caused them. No, that's not actually. I am suspicious of them coming for the people of Mojave. This guy is just full of it all the time. That cup is amazing. Thank you. But it's not. It's just a. It's it's just a mug. It says Bolero from Nestle. So it's like a branded cup. I don't know how I got it. I'm drinking water though. Also too with the cut content mod. Yeah, cut content mod is the way to play Fallout 2. When you say slower death for the Mojave, you mean they're spreading out from the divide?
Death will come from below.
He doesn't answer.
In the divide.
This guy's such a jerk.
And ground. Mojave will be easy prey for them. They'll
He didn't
start
answer.
emerging throughout the Mojave in time. Might be years. Probably less. They breed fast, hunt in groups. More than enough to bring down the strongest in the Mojave. Once they draw blood. Seen them tear apart Deathclaws.
Yes.
Deathclaw might get some, but the rest will swarm it, tear it apart, like Denver hounds.
Nestle, Coca-Cola, Disney, PepsiCo, cancer of society. Yes, yes, indeed. I try not to use not to consume anything Nestle, but you know, the individual choices are only worth what they are. Valar asks, what watch do I have on? It is my daily driver. It is a Seiko. It's a quartz. Oh, you can't see it. You probably can't. No, I can. Yeah, a little. You can see the face. It's a quartz movement. It's nothing fancy. It's a chronograph. I don't know the name exactly, the number, the reference exactly, but it's got a few complications and the chronograph thing. It's got the tachymeter around it. So it's the one where you can tell the speed of things by triggering the chronograph. The chronograph is itself. I really like it. It's a 45 millimeter size because I don't like the size of the. I don't like the smaller ones. The 39 I think is the one below, and it's too tiny on my wrist. Should we replace Fallout New Vegas streams with Disco Elysium streams? No. Disco Elysium is a very contemplative game. I am enjoying recording the Let's Play, but like you might notice the edits. The edits of Disco Elysium, on some conversations, I just stop and think for a little while. And then I say what I am trying to say. And that's just it. I am editing the series in a way that I try to be as fluent as possible, but I am definitely taking advantage of the fact that I'm editing it, and I'm just like, I listen to a conversation, and I'm like, Or I sometimes have double takes, where I say something, and that's not actually what I'm trying to say, and I say something else, maybe something the opposite, if I change my mind midway through. But Disco Elysium is complicated to stream, I mean, because it's also very long-winded in the dialogues, so it's difficult. Streaming, I don't know. Maybe it's just my perception, but... Denver Hounds. Denver's far to the east, Legion territory.
Mojave and the Divide are the only places I've walked.
This guy doesn't answer anything straight.
Before the bull came. Then, much like Mojave before the bear, tribes, towns, clutching to life. Bull did a better job.
This guy never answers any of my questions straight. Never says yes, never explains things, just goes on another diatribe about things without using the subject. Like, for example, if I were to say this sentence, I would say, I found some recordings from you in Hopeville. If he were the one to say it, he would say, Hopeville, found some recordings there. Been something or other. He doesn't say I, or, yeah. Those marked men in Hopeville, some had strange masks and blades I'd never seen before.
They bear false versions of Legate Bemus's mask. The one Caesar fashioned for him. Thought it was an insult at first. No better now. It's shaped from divide metal, not with care and strength, but with hate. Keeps them anchored. Crude, effective, like the blades they carry. Distant mirrors of their legate, a symbol they can hold on to, while the divide tears at them.
Other marked men had NCR gear. Also, there's no marked women, I'm now realizing. And they weren't carrying masks or blades?
For the two-headed bear, NCR.
Are there?
They don't have symbols
marked women?
in the same way Legion does. They revere their mines and explosives, guns. That is their religion. Death from afar. Take pride in it.
Whatever they were carrying, they were fighting side by side with the ones in Legion armor.
Pain makes for strange allies. The hate the bear and bull shared across the battlefield now turned against the divide. Few survived. Intact. Many NCR
Harry is very disappointed with this
destruction happened, keeping the route east open in fear of Caesar.
That's true, actually. The impact on the story. But I don't think it's rushed quest. I think it's just the they did the quests on purpose to be like part of the storytelling. The fact that you have a quest to do something is part of the storytelling. Like there's quests for getting a debrief from Kim, or for smoking a cigarette. But then there's other quests that are long and drawn out. I don't know if that's what you're referring to. I do note that the impact on the story itself is very little. And I noticed that immediately on the first playthrough. Which is just the fact that I have been playing RPGs for a long time, playing the game once and knowing that there's very little impact on the story, no matter what your choices are, that's a letdown. I think the thing is what Disco Elysium could have been is it could have been a shorter game where you do have a bit more of an impact on the storyline. But, and here's the kicker, and I would like to hear your opinions about that if you have played Disco Elysium. Do you think that Disco Elysium would have been a more successful game if it were a shorter game with more, more sort of branching storylines and more branching paths based on your choices, instead of like you're just going around through the world? There's a lot of branching dialogues, but that's not the same thing as a branching storyline. Do you think it would have been more successful if it was a shorter game? Because it's a long game. It's like 50 hours, 40 hours, maybe. Depends on how fast, how much dialogue you skip, and how much you run. Yeah, probably depends on how much you run. But I think the thing is about the real choices, though, is just that the choices they're not necessarily, they're as real as you think, as you expect they are. If you want to change the world of Revachol, you're just not going to do that. There's no real choices there. But the choice between, even the clothing that you wear is still a choice that matters, and I think Disco Elysium tries to make it matter, and it succeeds because it rewards you for weird janky things. I need to remember not to take my tie off. The magic insect makes no sense. There's so much stuff that doesn't make any sense. The way the corporate chick leaves the place makes no freaking sense. It doesn't have to make sense, though. The Communist Union leader, Big Bad, feared. It builds up so much meeting him, and it's like 2 shitty fetch quests. Oh, I understand what you mean. Yeah, but I don't think that's what Disco Elysium is about. I didn't do the fetch quests. I will do them this time though on the Let's Play. I haven't done them yet. I don't know. It's not a game about that. It's not a game about success. It's a game about the way there. It's just a different style of story. I understand what you mean, though. If you're expecting that style of story, just not there. Yeah. I don't know. I liked the highlights for me of the game were the guy with so much money that light bends, the light bending billionaire, whatever it's called. That was a highlight. The lady that makes dice is a highlight. And those are probably my 2 favorite moments of the game. And definitely the time where Wednesday morning, basically. Or what could be Wednesday morning. That's a really good place. It's a really good, it's so good. It's so good. I could just go on a tirade about why it's so good, and every once in a while I do talk about it, but yeah. I would say you have choices, but very low impact on those choices on the story or world. Yeah, that's true. The way the femme fatale leaves, it's shitty. Who's the femme fatale? Klaji? She didn't leave on my playthrough. Does she leave? Or are you talking about Rose or whatever her name was? I thought you could apprehend her. Although it wouldn't surprise me if you couldn't. Anyway. Ooh! I'm gonna ask him a question. What do you mean?
The why of it. Hoover Dam. The bear.
Doesn't answer. At least not straightforward.
Allowed to reach it easily. Long 15. Cayman. Both bad enough. Kim. Kaiser. House. You'd think that our world was that wall cutting the Colorado. If I'd never laid eyes on it, never spoke of it. But all Caesar could see. That, and the flag beyond it, another symbol, big enough to challenge him. And the divide, one of the roads to it. Legion was tasked with cutting that artery. If you can't kill the bear in one stroke, bleed it, starve it. That kind of murder. It's what any of the Legion would have done. Now, the divide belongs to history.
Does it, though? I found some recordings from you in Hopeville.
The tapes. Didn't think those would be found. You know the divide better than I thought. Had tech from the Big Empty. Recorder a woman gave me. Didn't survive the road. On its last legs. Cast it and the tapes aside. Weren't worth the words anyway. Not like I'd forget what happened. If you heard them. Nothing but ramblings.
That's all you do is
A
ramblings.
man who doesn't need them. Probably more lying from here to the divide.
Yeah, so the woman is Christine, for sure. I mean, it makes sense. It could be somebody else, obviously. You wouldn't have recorded those messages if they didn't matter to you.
Maybe not. Who's to say?
You certainly are not. You never say anything.
You, perhaps, found them. Heard them after I cast them aside. Maybe there was purpose in that. If they matter. If history matters. We'll see at the end of the road.
If this is the high road, where does it lead?
At the end of the high road lies Ashton. Its silo. That machine with you. It can open it, wake it up. Like it did the one in Hopeville.
You have a lot of hate for the robot with me. I can hear it in your voice.
Hate? No. There's nothing to hate in metal, steel, gold.
So that's what it's for. Nah, it's not. I don't think that's a reference to that one, Harry.
You're a machine. It's just a tool, made of wreckage of the divide. All that was brought here.
I don't think the game makes it like that, though. It's not. Do you think it is a reference to that? I thought that his motivation was a lot more holistic. Do you know what I mean? Like that was just a drop in the bucket, in a way. His whole rambling is about so much more than I don't remember. Who was it? Klaji? It might have been Klaji. And also, the thing is, it doesn't matter. The ending doesn't matter. It's not. That's not. It's just part of the journey. It's the reason why the murder happened. It's yeah. It's not like part of, like, I understand that it is obviously the end of the game, but it is just part of the journey. The way you deal with it is how or where the game really shines, I feel, rather than, like, it's not about finding out what happens, it's about finding out how you're going to find out what happens. The premise of a noir or neo-noir hard-boiled RPG. I actually don't know what hard-boiled means. You mentioned it before. I don't know what that means. Something that I'm amazed wasn't actually made. You can make a great game plot. When we first spoke in Hopeville, you mentioned you'd sworn not to kill me. Why?
You know the why of it. If you don't, I do. And that's enough. Shows trust. Only walks so far west. Earned more than that, though. Getting this far. We walk the same road. Carry the same colors. Can't break that by making the road red. Want more than that? Walk the divide. Answers will come closer closer you get to home. You and that machine.
I've never been here before, at least not from this road.
Many in the Mojave think the divide's nothing but canyon and storm. Wasn't always. There was life. A town farther west. Not talking about an old world town like Hopeville. More recent. Something you saw in your lifetime. It had the name, the Divide, too. But rather than cracks in the earth, it was a road from the west into the Mojave, a supply line. Took a courier to make that road. You.
This guy doesn't shut up, no.
You saw the road with eyes facing east. This time, the divide's in the other direction. And if your eyes
I just realized
try to
something.
make sense of it when you reach it, home's not what it was.
I just now realized why he doesn't answer questions. Not all the time. Like, what makes you think this leads home? See if his first line is a direct answer to this question. I'm gonna say that. But the thing is, so you're saying I walked this road once from another direction, from west to east to home? What? The point is, any of these lines is going to lead to the same long dialogue line. Maybe the first line is different, but it's going to be the same answer. He's going to give me the same answer, very similar. And that's why he doesn't answer directly, because they would have to make different answers. He's standoffish in his dialogue. And because of that, he comes off, he's like really arrogant, really pompous, and really self-aggrandizing, I think. It's just, what makes you think this leads home?
All roads lead back to one's home. Not your birthplace, maybe, but home. Home isn't where you were born into this world. You taught me that. Part of your message,
Right?
whether you meant it or not, can be a place of mind. A moment where you know who you are, the history of it. And they can be places you breathe life into. Never would have known the divide had it not been for you. The road you made with your tracks again and again. You were the only one willing to make the journey to and from here. A hard road. Kept the land before the divide alive through seasons, storms. Can't have been just a job.
Oh, I see.
Was something more to you. Don't feel for a place that hard unless it's home.
Ah, I see what you mean, Harry. I did play Mafia 1, but no, I didn't play the other Mafias. Sounds like the guy have philosophy quirk but knows nothing, right? Very much so. You're crazy. Your head's messed up worse than the divide.
And you've forgotten. Forgotten everything. Careless. As careless with futures then as you are now in the Mojave. It was you walking that road that kept the divide alive. It grew from what you did. Settlers, camps, filling that old world city. Chance for a new nation, new beginning, new way of thinking. Could have breathed new life into the Mojave, bridging east, west, like Hoover Dam. But not old world. Something you made. Road was a supply line.
There's no supply line to the Mojave beyond the Long 15.
Not anymore. If one existed, the two-headed bear would have claimed it. And it tried to. NCR saw the worth in that road you made. Staked a claim, whether it was wanted there or not. True elsewhere in the Mojave. And where the bear tries to cling to life, the Legion comes, bearing messages. Some brought by blade, others what's coming for you. This time you carry the burden. Walk west into the sun and keep walking until it dies. There, I'll be waiting.
Will you, though? Will you be waiting? This guy is definitely characterized as he's just annoying. I think, like, even his dialogue lines, even my dialogue lines, I should say, were about how he's crazy and all that sort of stuff. That's not by mistake. That's not a random thing. That's absolutely how he's characterized. He's crazy. Do you see something? Oh. What is that? Travel service. Yeah, but... I don't think this truck has anything. You know what? I think we are actually in that place that I said we weren't gonna go to. Did you find something? Yeah, remember that place that we looked at and I said we're not gonna go there. We just looked at it through the binoculars. Yep. I also finished Prey. Congratulations, Harry. Between the Disco Elysium and Prey, I choose Prey. It has his entertaining moments. So funny and inferior to Half-Life. No way. Half-Life doesn't hold a candle. Oh no! The only problem with Prey is that I feel like the twist is pulled out well enough, but the ending almost peters out. Almost. It's almost like, oh no, it's not gonna deliver what I thought it was gonna deliver, and then it delivers. Yeah. That's my judgment. Prey is it's just so much better than Half-Life. Half-Life just like it's don't get me wrong, Half-Life is a good understanding of what that setting is. Oh, what that sort of genre is, but it's just focused on shooting. Yeah, I figured you meant the first one. The second one is basically the same, to be fair. Half-Life 2 doesn't innovate in anything. I don't like that. Maybe I can do something about this. Eddie. You idiot. Do you freeze them? I wonder. Anyway, what did I blow that nuke for? A suitcase. With pre-war money that over-encumbers me. I think we're going up there. Down with the pre-war money. And post-war money. Are we going up there? No. I mean, yes, but this is the direction that we're supposed to go. Let's see what is up there. Half-Life 1 was really innovative, I feel, in a lot of aspects. Certainly the thing that it did better was something that we don't do anymore. Games just don't do that anymore. Which is using the silent protagonist to its advantage and delivering a very concise and directed storytelling experience. No, that doesn't happen. Storytelling experience, and it's just that we don't do that with games anymore. Our protagonists talk now. It is really weird that protagonists didn't use to talk. By watching How We Find, I recall Power Hammer in Fallout 2 as he knocks people down and through the whole screen. I know, I love it. It also breaks the game. If you knock them out too long, they will go out of the map and explode. My arms! What happened there? Where? I have a lot of doctor's bag. I didn't even... Oh, Eddie? Are you blowing mines? Oh, they must be back here. Yeah, this is like... we're above. Oh, there's... yeah. Ooh, interesting. Okay, lock has been broken. Murslurper review. Tales of Chivalry. Some magazines. Satchel charge box. Yeah, satchel charges. And a Ulysses log. Okay, that's what we're here to do.
Big, empty. There's something hidden there. A crater. Past wind and sand. So deep in the desert, there's no turning back. Finding the crater was an accident. Was following the weather patterns. The divide sky torn like that. Man's violence, not nature's. That violence in the sky had a source. Tracked it, like following a river current. Left the colors to mark my way, like always. In case someone finds them, learns the pattern. The courier might. But I thought sand and wind would never end. Came to the crater. And there was an old world facility. A weather station at the edge. Still raking the sky with electricity and generators. And beyond it, saw the rest of the old world hell there. All carved up like garden plots. Had to see what was there. Couldn't leave it be. Things asleep in the big empty. The Brotherhood woke them up. Can't move quiet any more than the two-headed bear can. And when they woke up, it was like all of history waking up at once. Almost didn't make it out. Almost. Left with answers I never intended.
What's that sound? Oh, it's a Deathclaw. It's the good Deathclaws, though. Where was it? Where the hell was that Deathclaw? Homemade. I don't... Are they above or something? Eddie, what are you messing with? Oh, here they come. It's fine. Good. I hope it kills all the Deathclaws. Are you back? It didn't kill any of the Deathclaws. Shouldn't it have? Hey. That works. Maybe it almost killed the Deathclaw. I think that guy was injured. The ruined highway interchange. Well, yes. It is ruined. I like one more than two. I don't know. I said another time I got a version with the pre-order packs, and by the time I went the first time into hard... Oh, we were talking about Half-Life. Yeah. First Dead Space made me way more nervous. I never got into Death Space. I couldn't find the shooting mechanics to be satisfying. So, I didn't get into Dead Space. I really like Alien as Isolation in regards to a if we're talking about a shooters that are like spooky and stuff. I think Alien Isolation is probably my favorite. Although possibly if I played the new Resident Evils, I probably would like those as well. Resident Evil 7 specifically. Talking about Dead Space, first was cool for me, except for your jump scares. Second part, it scared the heart out of me. I also believe games used to be more vague. Yeah, that's very true. You're absolutely right. You had to figure stuff out, small information. That's why Prey, I think... Prey is not necessarily a vague game, but it hints, or it exercises that part of the brain that you would have to exercise back in the day with the games. Even games like Diablo 2 is very vague in a lot of aspects, and you can figure a lot of stuff out by just paying attention. Now the game tells you everything from start with loud voices, movies, and bad guy talking all the time about his plans and next steps. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's just, I don't know. There's a certain level of vagueness that can be rewarded, or can be rewarding if used well, but I think it also takes a certain amount of skill to pull it off. Survivor's Footlocker. I mean, there's a hatchet in here. Marked Trooper Armor. Yeah, but what about the Murd Slurp Review? Patriot Cookbook. Il Fantoma. I need the ones where I barter better. I think I do, anyway. I'm not really sure what the survivor was surviving, though. Potentially the Deathclaws. Yeah, probably the Deathclaws.
In all due respect, sir, I think you're making a mistake. We're close to a breakthrough with the Duraframe iBots. I can feel it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I understand that we need the Duraframe assets for Hellfire armor, but... No, sir. Yes, sir. I understand, sir. I'll tell the team to start disassembling the ED series prototypes right away. Eddie, you little rascal, were you eavesdropping again? I think those videos you watch are a bad influence on you. How much of that did you hear? Didn't Dr. Grant say she'd upgraded your navigational systems? And I think I have an idea. How'd you like to be just like Ralphie?
Sounds like Dr. Whitley was a bit of a rogue element. Do you record everything that's said around you? Really? Well, I'd better be careful what I say to you, huh? No, Eddie, I don't want to hear your recordings of human mating calls. It's just wrong. Let's get going. And the human mating calls would be just, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Something to that extent. We have lead-lined metal boxes with auto-inject stim packs. They have those. This level of radiation might not be very good for me. What? So they just dropped those over here. Okay. I think people are different. Take a look at the Netflix. Dark was mysterious up until the end. Still had questions half in the episodes. While in Stranger Things, I more or less know all the story. Half the first episode. Yeah, I never watched either Dark or yeah, I never watched any of those. You really love hitting Eddie, don't you? Still there. I think we have reached the end of the road. That is where we're supposed to go. However, there's a truck back there. And if there's a truck back there... There's not just a truck back there. There's other things all over. A good mystery game is Scratches. Oh yeah, you've mentioned it before. I think I played Darkwood, and I think I played it on camera here on Twitch. Not too bad, the truck. But this is the real treasure.
I walked the Great Salt Lake as Kaiser's eye, then his hand. Mongrels there.
Although he's just annoying.
Legs and 4. Saw walls of New Canaan the scavengers circled. Had the strength or fire to take. Too high. Too strong. White legs. They were born for war. They run to it. Hungry for battle. Yet their hunger is to be a part of history. Something larger. Like the Legion, as always, brought them a message from Kaiser. If New Canaan burns, Kaiser might see them. Might. Even the chance was alive. family. Caesar respects such strength, I told them. That was truth, even if strength wasn't the word. Obedience. You must be willing to kill anyone. Children, mothers, the weak, elders. If these new Canaanites value the generations, that is what you must kill. It was like Wolpus was speaking through me. Use the night, silence, and fire to change their words to please, to screams. No need for bombs, when hate will do. I asked the White Legs to destroy a people with ancestry going back thousands of years. Another death of history, lost to time. The new Canaanites. They supplied medicine, food traded with others, civilization, a hand from the past, not history, but maybe a past deeper, farther than that, to a place where this God really exists. If so, his handiwork and people belong elsewhere, not in this place. Another symbol like bear and bull, with no meaning in the present.
Yep. Just, like, annoying and trash is that person. Ulysses, I mean. If that's his real name. I think Eddie's about to die. Just saying. Peace! Ah, look at that red paint on that plastic skeleton. Oh, yeah, Eddie just died. And obviously the Deathclaws are coming for me because they know. Who's the owner of this robot? Are they actually coming for me? Oh, it's not Deathclaws. It's these little things. Oh, well, maybe it is Deathclaws. I don't know. Were you special? No, it's just Deathclaw. Eddie, come back! Oh, yeah, there you are. You guys are. Hi. Yeah, you guys don't do anything. They're bad. There you go. Eddie? I don't know where Eddie is. He's fine. Why did I blow that bomb up? There you are. Because this is a path up there. Or is it? It's actually not. It's an invisible wall. Even though it clearly is not. Or invisible. Well. Is it? Ghostface, Bumpy McSquigums, welcome to the stream. You ready to challenge Mutana tomorrow? I am not ready at all. No, I will die. I will die, Bumpy. It's at last the blah 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 DLC. Yeah, right. Tunnel snakes rule. Are those tunnel snakes? Add some whiskey and you have a description of me. Funny trivia about Indiana Jones' first movie. Did you know that they used real skeletons in the movie as they were cheaper than plastic ones? Yeah, that's normal. That's very normal. In fact, plastic skeletons are actually very expensive. That's just how it works in like medical science as well. That's yeah. The trafficking of human bones is real because it's cheaper than making plastic skeletons. Yeah, there's nothing here. So reload. Imported from India. Yeah, India and Pakistan. A lot of Asian countries have very active skeleton exporting industries, especially back in the day, and even to this day, they still do. They actually like raid. They raid cemeteries and stuff like that. It's very rare that they actually kill people for the purpose of the skeleton. Although those cases do exist. What they do is they will raid cemeteries, and like crematories will not cremate the remains and stuff like that. They know that they used real dead bodies in Apocalypse Now because they hired locals to get the props, and that was their solution. Is that true, Aslaxi? But do they have a strong egg culture? That's the real question. Yeah, I don't think I can go up there. So that bomb there was just for us to show off. But also this doesn't go anywhere, so yay for that. What do we have here? Nothing. Just nothing. That's bad. That's bad stuff, Aslaxi. Yeah. So back to this road. The Solitar Road. Is it? My leg. Is it solitary? It's the Lonesome Road. I wasn't even making a joke. My legs. I wasn't even making a joke. I was just... Stop. I was just, you know, pointing it out. That... Can you please stop that? I'm gonna die here. Jesus. It's fine. We're gonna be fine. Healing powder. All the healing powder. Cocaine ate it all. If you take plastic and burn it in an oxygen-depleted environment, you can fractionally distill out the results into multiple fuel types. That's interesting. It makes some sense, because the oxygen-depleted environment is how you make coal from wood. So plastic is also largely made out of carbon. And so, yeah. You can effectively do this on a hobbyist level. Hobbyist level, yes. I love cocaine and whiskey, says Harry. Wow, do those mix? For real? Oof. I have no idea. I mean, I do. I know. I drink whiskey. I just don't do cocaine. I've never done. There we go. Now we can proceed. So who are... I probably should be careful, shouldn't I? They blow up too fast. I don't appreciate that. I'm gonna reload. Let's just let that disappear. Let that disappear. So who are our enemies? The mines are our enemies. I wonder if this works. No. I know you can shoot them. Those are weird mines. This is so annoying. Cocaine is good after a tattoo session. Oh, because of the pain, yeah. It's bad mines. Okay. I will not. Are these mines actually disableable? Yes, they are. Let's disable them. It didn't seem like they were disableable before. First, lowest heat will distill out the diesel-like fuel, and adding in further heat will result in gasoline, kerosene, naphtha, and even a little gas. That's weird, isn't it? That's cool. That's cool. Okay, let's disable the mine. So annoying, because I need to wait for that stupid thing so that the edit doesn't look as bad. When people talk about running out of fuel in a post-apocalypse, that's not true, because you'll never run out of plastic waste. Well, it's not quite as simple as that, though. I don't want to keep the mine, though. But I'll disable it. Fuck. I hate it. Let's avoid the mines. Let's go up this way. The mark of the courier. Is that a sleeping Deathclaw? I'm gonna say it isn't. Just sniper rifles for days. Is what this, oh yeah, it's the Flayed Man. It's, what this DLC is all about. Everybody has a sniper rifle. It's like they figured out what the best weapon is. The best firearm, I should say. Eddie, you're doing, oh, it's Bonesaw. Oh, look at you with your helmet. You've gained the Marked perk. What is the Marked perk? I don't know. Can you just shoot them? Good question, Islaxi. I can, but I don't have weapons. I don't use weapons, it's only fists. And also, I would rather not use weapons. Since it's based on temperature, I'm sure it would be trivial exercise to computerize the process with an Arduino. Okay, what? Oh, yeah, right. I was looking at my perks here. Marked. You have faced torture at the hands of the Marked Men. Now it's payback time. Plus 10% damage threshold and damage against the Marked Men. Okay, that's not very nice. Hi. That is a weird machine gun, dude. I am pretty sure that type of machine gun wouldn't work. Unless it was, like, really heavy to compensate for the kickback. And even then, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't work. Because it's a continuous stream of kickback. Hi. Did you make it from upstairs to down here? Let me see what this is. Oh, it's another one of these. It's all the nails. One of these days I'll use the nail gun. You were hiding this. Or protecting this, which is just food. Don't treat it as a weapon. It's a disarming tool. That's a nice... what's the word? Loophole. I'm looking into building my own backyard oil refinery. Luckily, this technology fairly well studied online. Oh, yeah. It's very old school as well. I thought you were alive. But you are not. You're also special. Search dead marked men. Search mark men marauder. That one is not dead, evidently. But no, that's an interactive item. It isn't actually a corpse. The game did it differently there. We got a construction hat back here. It's not very common that we get construction hats. They industrialized this process in poorer countries like India and Bangladesh. For the plastics? That's cool. I don't actually know where we're going. Oh, there's a bomb back there. Okay, let's bring it out. Like a pimple. Also a plastic skeleton back here with a duffel bag. Unfortunately, nothing interesting. But, what is this for? Oh! Of course, a plastic skeleton. Another auto-inject stim pack. I haven't... Those don't get used automatically. Is that like... Why... What does that mean, the auto-inject stim pack? Is that like special technology that they didn't... that only very few people had before the war? Is that what that is all about? What I really want to do is find a way to compress wood gas into my propane tank, but I've got to authorize it too. For safety and legal reasons. Yeah, for safety for sure. You need to make sure you don't blow yourself up doing that. My house furnace and water heater and my stove all run on natural gas. That should be actually possibly the easiest one. Heather, welcome to the stream. How's it going? I was gonna say Heather, but that's not how the name is read. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Thank you for the follow. So finding a way to store an inflammable gas and adding in solar power would be completely energy independent. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, Eddie, do your magic. Industrial hand. Oh my god. No. No way. Right? Industrial hand. No way. It's twice the damage and it ignore. What? It's not the case. What? Eddie, help me out here. Carry my crap for me. Oh, I'm carrying rockets. I'm an idiot. Okay. There you go. Also, fix my things. Can you? Yes, you can. Well, we have I can't believe we have a new weapon. I'm so used to this. Use the control station's lever to open the Ashton silo. Drunken Ape, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Same here, heating runs and heat her. Heat her. Heat her. Could be. That does not look like... Yeah. Also, mushroom clouds don't happen in the sky, by the way.
Good. You're back online. Listen to me, Eddie.
Oh yeah, this is not for me.
Stay here.
To the moon!
Dismantle you for parts. You have to go now. I've uploaded destination coordinates for our outpost in Navarro into your system. I want you to go to the Enclave there. Okay?
Follow the universe they do. Holy Chasa, welcome to the stream.
It's going to be a long journey, my little friend. You'll have to fly very far. And fly very fast. Can you do that? I know you can. Be careful out there, Eddie. Maybe I'll see you again someday.
So you're trying to get all the way to Navarro? Isn't that in the NCR territory? How long ago was this? And you still haven't made it? Yes, Eddie. Yeah, let's just not say that other one. My favorite place, Navarro, is cool. Yes, Eddie, I'm sure you didn't make the entire trip in one go. It's still impressive. Whitley turned you loose all on your own. That must have been scary. Sounds like it wasn't easy for him either. I bet Whitley would be proud of you for making it this far. Come on. We need to keep going. Yeah, get and keep going. It looks like the missile hit somewhere on the outside. Excuse me. Favorite guitarist? John Petrucci. Or are you not talking to me? Because he could be talking to me. They probably are. It looks like the first time in Fallout 2, hidden high-tech, heavily armed people. Exactly, S-Laxy's like that. I was talking about that before, and about that sort of finding out the things for the first time. It's just like, oh, look at all these secrets, these high-tech things that from the world from before. It's not like it doesn't have to be the freaking capital. It looks like the missile hit somewhere on the other side of the divide. You think you could reach the location of the blast from Hopeville. That is, if you feel brave enough to explore ground zero of a nuclear blast. I would say that's like ground minus 300. That's pretty high up. That's all I'm saying. I think we're going this way. I don't know what the sound is. So, do we just go? Activate lift. I can't see. Eddie's still alive, though. I can't see very well with this, let me turn the light on. This is a very powerful weapon. Eddie, get out of my way, please. Yeah, they just dismantle themselves. The end game is gonna be hilarious with this thing. I didn't know we even had this weapon. Also, what are these explosions for? It feels like a bug. It literally feels like it's a bug. Because I'm not taking any damage from the explosions. I can barely see. Anyway. We're down here. Yes, yes. And yes, it is the... Survive the elevator right... Activate the Ashton missile silo lift and head for the divide. You guys are gonna stop that? What a weird passage. Who came up with that? And implemented it as well. Okay, well I guess we're just gonna have to handle the explosions. They're completely fine. They're not aggressive in any way whatsoever. Also, that looks cool. That's a wrench? Nope, it's a weapon repair kit. I'll take it. Launch deck. Tool cabinet. Ooh. It's a lot of the nail guns. Are we above where we were before, I wonder? I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't think we are in the same area at all. Cozy explosions, right? For the dramatic effect. The dramatic effect? The dramatic effect is that I feel annoyed. That's the dramatic effect. Like, do you see how it moves the camera when they blow up? It's very annoying. It's the Michael Bay moment. Run away from the explosions. Yeah. Oh, better. Do we have anything interesting in here? Or is this like the other rooms? Nah, they didn't do the obligatory fly through the air windmilling arms moment. Yep. You're not even wrong. You're not even wrong. I don't know. I'm okay with that sort of action. It's fine. Whatever. But US Army combat armor. Yeah, we've seen that. What I'm baffled by, and I am baffled by it, is the decision to make the main antagonist, and as far as I can tell, the only NPC in the entire DLC, a pompous jerk. Oh! Very surgical. Eddie, look at the thing over there. It's a good thing. What is that? An autodock? If I had known. My legs. Yes, Eddie. You're flying through the air. Okay. What are we looking at in here? I'm never wrong. Trust me. Just me. Close your eyes. We all know the cool people don't run away from explosions. So they say. Okay, I still am more or less aware of where I'm supposed to be. This weapon is annihilating. It is. It does twice the damage of the pushy. And the pushy was already pretty powerful. You saw how powerful it was. It wasn't all powerful, but this does twice the DPS. This is not the damage itself, but the DPS is definitely twice. Wow, these locks are... Wow. They're literally... Why are they locking... Is this mandatory progress? If it is mandatory progress, it's an interesting... No, it isn't. Eddie? An iBot upgrade circuit board. You have gained the camaraderie perk, too, allowing Eddie to manufacture small energy cells, I don't need it, or microfusion cells, I don't need it, once per day. But also... Oh, he has upgrades? If you switched to the 3/8 wrench on and the smaller drill, those weapon repairs would be easier. If you drop the power output by 0.24, you'll be able to make more energy ammo with no quality loss. But the explosives is actually kind of difficult. Wait a little bit. So, I have the magazines. I have very little explosives. That's interesting. So, Patriot's Cookbook. It's probably a way to... to have that with just the clothes that I have. You know, if you strip out the plasma relays on those energy cells, you can make flamer fuel. And I need even more explosives after that. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. Okay. So that's just upgrades. Sounds good to me. That little eye. It's not like I'm making Eddie more accurate. I thought it was, because it's a freaking eye upgrade. You know? Is it just me, or does the Autodoc sound like a dentist? And it's not just you. I make that remark every once in a while. It's definitely the sound of teeth cleaning. That little aspirator. It's not just the teeth cleaning. It's not the cleaning. It's the little aspirator. It's just water going into the little tube. I think surgeons also have that, and they also have a similar thing for blood. They where they aspirate the blood. But I don't know when they use that, or if they still do. They probably do. They probably still have the need to get rid of abundance of blood when operating. Blood and other fluids, yeah. Why do you give me this, game? Why? And then I pretend that I didn't do anything here. Because I'm pretty sure there's nothing here. But I will look, just not on camera. I mean, I will do it on camera, because I am on camera right now. The point is, I want to do it for the Let's Play. Oh, riot gear. Oh, I think I saw advanced riot gear already. Yeah. I know exactly where it is as well. I left it behind. It's power armor for days. I think we're going down there. There's a little bit of blue, shiny water. Eddie. There's no enemies. At least I don't think so. It's a good thing the staircase is still operational and there's no invisible walls. Like in other situations. Hello! Hi. Weren't there two of you? I mean, there's two of you now, but, you know what I mean. Like the real two of you. Not the made up one. There were! Good job. Go for the eyes. Yes. Sunstone Tower. See you later, Azor. Thank you for showing up. There was a cherry bomb and other ingredients. Yeah, but I don't do that. Explosives only. No! It would be so annoying. Combined with the Randall Clerk helmet for the style. Clerk. Have I seen the Randall Clerk? There's definitely... Oh, it's all sideways. Hi. Oh, it's just stealth training. We don't need stealth training. We need the Trader Joe's thing. Eddie? Are they upstairs? You're gonna die, aren't you? Okay. Forgive me, Mama. The father in the cave. Was that... Did he say, forgive me, Mama? Oh, right, the helmet. Right. Yep, I see. But that one doesn't have night vision, or does it? It's a really cool song. It's a shame that it's so overused. Ooh, wall safe here. Eddie is unconscious. But we knew that was coming. Unfortunately, the wall safe doesn't have anything interesting. Although we sort of knew that was coming as well. What are you doing, Eddie? Killing plastic skeletons? There's a tunneler here. Oh. Oh. That works out. That's not too bad at all. 200 thunder and lightning, very frightening. Yeah. And it's one of the few songs that I have recorded myself singing. And I've recorded that. I use that song as a training exercise for when I try to align my singing if I need singing. And I've done it a couple of times. I've recorded it like 3 or 4 times, just like by myself. And I can't say that I hate it. I can't say that I hate it. How I sound. Triple E stories, yeah, I don't need that. The recording is deleted immediately. It's just for training. You know how it's difficult sometimes to notice things that are part of your voice, or like if you've ever recorded yourself, you know what I'm talking about. Like the voice doesn't sound as you expect. Well, the process of learning how to record, and it doesn't have to be just a voice. It can be a musical instrument as well. I mean, the voice is a musical instrument, especially in this context. But still, the point is, when you record yourself, the end result isn't what you expect. So the process of training that recording, or training to know how to record, is to know what to expect when you're recording. So when you're singing, when you're playing an instrument, it pays to record. Like, for example, I'll just play a song here on the guitar, and I record myself, and then I listen back to it, and then I see what, if the result is as I expected. And it usually isn't. It just isn't. So it takes a lot of practice. And so basically you just record yourself. The best practice is to record yourself, listen to it, and delete it immediately, or record again. Yeah, just go with it. That's why there's no sounds, because I delete them. Yes, you sound weird. In church, I'm glad it says, make a joyful noise unto the Lord. Make a joyful... Is that actually a thing that it says? I mean, I suppose it's literally what it is. To the divide, then. I don't think I missed anything in here. I might have. Because it's easy.
Hopeville.
It's our friend.
Ashton, tiny cracks in the earth. Nothing.
Let's observe how he doesn't answer my questions.
Carved ahead. Before you. This is the edge of the divide. Ahead lies your work, the history you burned in the earth, what you brought to the people here.
I had nothing to do with this.
You delivered a package. Had markings
He answers
that
my
matched
thing.
those in the divide. Not all, but enough. Military markings from someplace the bear had savaged in the west. Maybe seeing those markings on it reminded you of home, made you carry it.
This package, I don't recall it.
It was from the west, from deep in NCR, whether made by them or not.
Right?
It came here through your hands. It was a device, a detonator, one I'd never seen before, or heard before. You carried that thing to the divide. I know because I followed you as you walked the road, watched you do it. You brought it here, to the community you built, and you are responsible for what happened after, when the device opened, started to speak. When it did, the divide answered back. Those missiles you've seen, buried in their silos. They exploded beneath the ground, cracked the landscape. Sand, ash, the dead. The divide skies became a graveyard.
So this package, you said it had markings. What was it?
Machinery. Simple on the outside. Computer parts. Inside. More complicated.
I smoke
The only
Marlboros.
time
Yeah.
I'd heard a machine speak in the divide. The only machine with a voice.
If you saw this happen, then how did you survive?
Should have died there. But now that I know you live, the machines here saved me. I was the only survivor. Or thought I was. Your package, the message inside, awoke medical machines, close to the one that shadows you, began to build themselves. Then others. They only take what parts they find in the divide, never roam beyond it. Can't even leave the silos without a human to shadow. Like how...
A little bit blinged out.
Maybe they saw the
Welcome to the
flag
stream,
on my
Dark Autos.
jacket. Thought I was of America.
What's up?
If so, history saved me. A sign.
Nah, you see signs everywhere. You're just a buffoon. This is revenge for nearly... No, let's not say that. Why would I even have brought it here?
I've walked the east. You've walked the west. More than I have. Circle Junction, Reno, Vault City. Word a few at Fort Aradesh. Fort abandoned. Even further west than that, Brahmin drives on the big circle. Whatever you saw out there wasn't enough to make you stay. Maybe the markings on the package reminded you of the road home.
It's really difficult to take this storyline honestly. Not only do we have the problem of why am I even doing this, but that we mentioned before, but the storyline is literally this dude telling me about something that I did that I forgot, and he's just telling it. He's just saying it, and he doesn't know every detail, but he's just saying it. So, for one, he doesn't know every detail, so there's no reason for us to believe that he knows that what he's saying is true. And also, he could be just lying. Which I don't believe he is. This is canonical, what happened, but it is a weird storyline to engage with. Especially coming from such a pompous fool like he is. I'm not responsible for this. There's no way I could have known.
If you had been there when it happened, if you had seen the divide break, you would know it. You carry death wherever you go. If the Mojave doesn't know it yet,
I don't think it's political. I can't understand his...
what happened here can happen again. You already proved it. What you did in Ashton, the silo there.
I don't think his speech or his... I don't think his themes are political. I mean, they are in the nature because they deal with the NCR and the Legion. But he's just full of platitudes. He's like, he's just seeing greater truth in things and just saying, the way I see it is the way it is. Now, they didn't intend to set off that missile over the divide.
Didn't stop you, though. Like carrying the chip to Vegas. Old world death in your hand. Pieces of the old world like that just need someone careless enough to take them where they need to go to do their killing.
I'm not to blame for Ashton, the chip, or the divide.
All these roads that you walked, these packages that you carried, think it wasn't your choice? Of course, it was your choice. You could have stayed in the Mojave, but you chose to come. Couldn't let be. Not in you to let go.
See, this is what I was talking about before.
Then you were curious, restless. Always have been.
It's bad, it's real bad.
Had to know the why of it. Now, I'll show you.
Yeah, the why of it. I didn't have to. I am doing a Let's Play, and I am playing the game. And if I weren't doing a Let's Play, I would be playing the game that I paid for. I also paid for the game. But that's the point is, it's such a bad thing. It does it again. I remember now. Remember how the couldn't live well enough alone thing from Dead Money, how it's dumb. It is really dumb, but then it makes some thematic sense. In here, it doesn't even make thematic sense. It's just this jerk being jerky. At least he's not do you know how Cersei Lannister in Game of Thrones, she does the T's being like it, and she like does the t very, very specifically. That's a very cool character quirk in the first few seasons that she does it. And in the last few seasons, I bet the directors just went, you will pronounce every T in the world like that. And then she's in that mode for the entire time she's on screen. And it's terrible. But it's also very annoying. And he was doing that before. This guy was pronouncing the T's like it and doing that thing. There's a name for how you pronounce that. Because it's just coming across as a jerk. The why of it. You're the one who needs to answer that. Why are you doing this?
Want to hear the answer of it? Not just history's answer. Your answer for what happened here.
You wanted me to come to the divide. I'm here. Now what? No, actually, that's not. I think I need to answer the other ones first. Enunciation. No. Enunciation is just when you actually pronounce that's different. It's the there's a certain when you're very curt with certain sounds. There's a I saw that on YouTube. Somebody was analyzing an early season of Game of Thrones and talking about Cersei's acting and talking about specifically that thing because she comes across as like, you know what I mean. And if you ever watch the series, you might know what I'm talking about. But the point is, when I saw that video, the author of the video, the narrator, said the term. There's a specific term for when a sound or when words are pronounced like that. Yeah, that meant that I read another thing there. Alternative enunciation. Yeah, this is like a specific thing, like a linguistics thing. So you're angry because I accidentally brought an explosive to the divide.
Accident. Ignorance is a choice. The chip. A choice. As for anger, it is what I carry for the dead. And all that come here.
That is the divide explosion. What? Did it kill your family, your wife, children?
My family. My tribe lives. Its history died long ago. Fell under the shadow of the bull. Consumed by another symbol.
Alliterative. No, I don't think so. I don't remember the term.
Or any common blood. It's blood shared by axe, not by chance.
If you're a Legion, are you angry because I destroyed the device supply line instead of you?
The supply line, the artery for the West. I have seen the blood of NCR at Legion hands many times. I I carry no hatred for duty, if that's what this was. The Divide was more than that. Its people more than that.
You think I'm responsible for this? My question is what your tie to this place is.
The community that was once here, and the package you...
No, I don't remember Ghostface, sorry.
both had markings of the Divide, markings of America.
It's an old video as well.
You've seen the marks, the symbol, as early as the Hopeville silo, maybe. Carried it etched on your weapons. The Divide, its buildings, its people, were built around those same markings, surrounded them here. Markings like the flag on my back when I followed a Euro road to the Divide those years ago. I saw the symbol I wore all around me. An old world symbol, strong to survive here. Its people strong. Outlast the bear, outlast the bull. Promise of something better. Kaiser was right to want it dead. NCR was right to want to rake their claws in it. Seeing it changed me. Just as seeing Hoover Dam changed Kaiser and the NCR. Seeing it end changed me too.
That's the other thing this guy does. Not because he's so full of platitudes all the time, he also draws the narrative conclusions for his dialogue himself. He just said that he was doing the parallelism between a previous conversation we had about how the dam changed Kaiser and the NCR when they saw it, and he also mentioned House, but House, yeah, House. But then it's weird. It's at the same time too on the nose and not explicit enough. He's just so full of himself all the time. If you cared about the Divide, then no. All things come to an end. If you put faith in something outside yourself, tough.
There was hope here. Another chance. A new nation stirring to life. A place I could have set my flag. Not the America of old, but something larger than the tribes of the East. Something larger than the houses of the West. Something better. The Divide could have bridged both, like Hoover Dam. Now, like the dam, it's too covered in blood to see what it could have been. You gave life to this place. I followed your road here, saw the Divide. You led me here so that I could see. Then you brought it to an end.
So this is a revenge then for destroying the Divide.
My history isn't revenge or hate. The road that brought us both here isn't about that. It's about
I know, Harry.
You carried.
I don't think he talks too much. I think he's
Whether
annoying.
you knew it or not. The
Not because he
message
talks too much.
That one can kill a nation, can kill a symbol, and all that gather beneath its flag. I don't blame you for the Divide. I blame you for what you made me see. Now you will see what you brought to the Mojave, and that will be my message to you.
Sorry, I can't read. I don't understand messages.
The nations of the Mojave,
I don't even need to say the words.
and broken as the Divide, its people the same. I have walked at Kaiser's command across the east into the west, far enough to know Kaiser's word did not drive me, far enough to see the end. You've seen it. No courier, whatever their flag, can ignore it. Why you didn't stay in the west, why you wandered. There's no future in the bare,
No, that's not true. Look at all the nations
Diseased,
in Europe, or the United Kingdom, or
and the bull,
the
when the legion reaches the sea,
the First Nations in Canada,
and die.
in North America in general.
Killing one will end both.
Currency is not even
And you made me see how
a thing throughout a lot of human history.
your ignorance, carelessness can be used with a purpose.
Then you learned the wrong message.
Really? Who's to say the truth of it? You? No. You walked from this, turned your back on it. Now you and others will answer for it. I'll start with the West. Let that burn. Then, if the East falters after, I'll bring the divide there as well. Burn away the flags. Begin again.
The other problem with him is that he's always unreachable, monotone, on his high and mighty throne, and that was an enormous change of pace when he said "really" and didn't even had a question mark. Did you notice that? That was on purpose. He's definitely characterized like that. It's like absolutely everything is on purpose here, and yeah, he's just annoying. He's just an idiot. He's a murderer, awful person who is an idiot and bad. You wanted me to come to the divide. I'm here. Now what?
Your road's not done. Haven't walked it full yet. Not nearly enough. The way ahead and below leads to the heart of the divide. And there, you and I, we'll have an ending to things.
Yeah, the ending is going to be you getting cut into pieces. It's because it's the last resort, isn't it? I had to do it. I had to do it. I have to say that. Otherwise, it just doesn't... but I'm not done talking to you yet, which is very funny because I don't even talk to you. You talk to me. There's more I want you to talk to me with.
Already heard you once, long ago, and loud enough for history to hear. Tired of your messages. Still, curiosity drove you this far. Let's see what else it can do.
You said you made a promise not to kill me. Why?
Caesar's orders. Sometime before I realized the why of it. Wasn't just you. All couriers. No telling how many were Legion. Maybe all of them. Wasn't sure about you until the divide. All the NCR burning. That much death. It bears the mark of a Legion hand. But you killed like NCR, like Hanlon, with mines, bombs, missiles, killed Legion along with the bear, like a coward kills from a distance. If you were Legion, then NCR beat you. The West changed you.
I was never a Legion agent.
I know that now. Doesn't change what was done. The Legion who died here. Even if you were a Legion, you would answer for those deaths by Caesar's law.
What's our history? How do you know me?
I knew all of you. Your name. Your road to and from the divide. What that meant for the Legion. We never spoke. Knew you through your actions. Knew you'd walked the West as I'd walked the East. Learned different lessons. And I would never have discovered the divide without you.
6 out of 6. Yeah, I want to talk more about your recordings I found here in the divide.
You scavenge words. Things I have no need of. No history there worth recounting. Scour the divide, claw at it for meaning, but my words will give you no answer.
They never do. Also rich of you to say you have no need for words. That's all you have. I've been collecting them. Listen to you talk about history enough, and maybe I'll understand.
They won't help you understand what happened here.
Liar, yeah.
And they won't help you understand me. Keep them, listen, study them. They won't help you here in the Divide.
No, that's what my weapon is for. I haven't listened to them all, though. If there's time, I will.
As I said before, it's of no consequence. Never intended you to find them. Never intended you to hear them. Questions in those tapes I still haven't found answers to. You won't be the one to give them.
You wouldn't have recorded those matches if they didn't matter to you.
Maybe.
In the logs, you mentioned a tribe called the Twisted Hares. Your tribe?
Twisted Ears are dead. Lost at dry wells. Died in Wolpus' smile. Won't discuss their fate with you. Not now. Their past is mine to keep. Walk farther. See me face to face. You might earn more. Now let the words keep you, without me adding to them.
The logs of the Big Empty mentioned you had spoken to history.
Did. It was madness. Asked them a question in anger. Got an answer. More than I expected. Answer told me what happened here at the Divide. The how of it. And that was enough. The tape has the telling of it. Don't need me adding to the questions already there.
I would, Ghostface and Harry, I would ask that if you're gonna talk politics, please don't attack each other just for the sake of it. Like, it's difficult to talk politics like in a Twitch chat, and you know that. But let's be civil, and it's just keep everybody friendly. There's no need to. We can talk issues rather than, yeah. No, I know, but like, you know what I mean. Just as a heads up. It's okay to discuss politics, though. But before I go any farther, I deserve some answers.
You've seen the Divide.
This guy just keeps talking. It's unbelievable.
Farther than I thought you would. Not sure how much farther you have in you. If you need answers, speak. You've earned them. Even if only you and I can carry them from here.
I want to know more about this package I delivered.
You know what it was. Had symbols of America on it. New markings. From after the Great War. Thought it might be America come again. Promise of another future. Another flag.
No, Ghostface. It's okay to talk. I just mean that. You know, it's a subject that it is, but like talking about. I just wanted to keep, make sure you guys can make sure that it's a civil conversation, and it's totally fine. I will just accompany. I'll keep an eye on it, but it's totally fine to have a chat. But what was it? The package?
It was a piece of machinery. Military, holding memories, codes maybe. When it woke, made these sounds, words. When it spoke, the Divide became fire. The ground tore apart like the skies. Through it all, kept calling out, maybe calling for home.
It was Eddie, wasn't it? I was thinking before, when he mentioned that it made sounds, it woke up, because this is not the first time he's mentioning the package. Is this the canonical acknowledgement that Eddie was brought from Navarro to here? No, it couldn't have been Eddie, because he came from the west. Eddie came from the east. Eddie came from the East Coast. That's where Autumn Sanders, or whatever his name is, That's where they are. That's the other enclave. My political general. Yeah, I understand that. It's totally fine. It's totally fine to have the discussions like that. It's just that's a heads up. Where's the package now?
Buried in the divide. Part of it now.
Is it canonical?
Wherever it is, it's been silent. If it spoke again...
Am I misunderstanding it? Eddie is an enclave I bought from the East Coast. It was built by Whitley at Adams Air Force Base at around 2275. Yeah, because it's around Fallout 3. Yeah. This I bought is the same as the one in Prim. Sort of. I think it's just the timeline going back and forth, not the unit. Oh. Is it the same? No, it isn't. It looks different as well. The iBots are supposed to be pretty rare, I think. Yeah, because they were being developed at Navarro. Or, not at Navarro, but at the Enclave. Yeah. What do you mean when it woke?
Machine couldn't speak by itself. Needed a terminal to access it. Like the terminals in the silos here. Or the machine with you. When it was connected, it started speaking. And the divide answered.
There's more I need to know.
If I have the answers, you've earned them.
This cannon is miles long, maybe longer. Where can I find you?
At the end of the divide, through the trenches and wreckage, that's where you'll find me. And you
Oh, it's manufactured, right.
amongst dead men.
No, wait, is it manufactured on the spot? No,
That machine.
it was just waiting.
Keep your eyes on the tower that cuts the horizon. You'll find your way. Made it this far. Not much farther to go.
That's what the wiki says, okay. Well. Oh, no. Those are flares. They also look like the thermal lances. How do I get down? Okay, let's see what we have over here. Rockets. Generator. Pretty sure you can blow that generator up. The flares are weird, but this keeps going. The divide. Yes, that is where we are. I like this sort of skyscraper exploration. Is this another skyscraper? Are we shifting between them? Forgot that I had my speakers or headphones weird. No, it's on the spot. That's even an animation. It's pretty. Yeah, I noticed something like that. It felt like weird because it did like a jiggly thing. Okay, I found another one then. This is good news. 4 out of 6. I wonder how many there are, but it's good news because it means that we might have not missed any.
The white legs, meant to show respect, bribed me for Kaiser's favor, echoing mannerisms and words, showed them tech caches, taught them the workings of chamber and powder, spoke of Kaiser's pride in those that used such things. Lies. And then they tried to honor me, not the Legion. They brought me before the campfire one night, showed me how they changed themselves, how they wore their hair now. It was like my entire dead tribe in the firelight, teeth grinning red in the dark, eager corpses, blood-covered ghosts. They had taken my braids, the way of the twisted hairs, as if it showed they were like me, of me, while every knot in their braids spoke of raping, violence, and ignorance of what the knots meant.
Dad, Hey, Dad! Check out this robot I found!
Defiled it.
Careful, Tommy.
Lost
I've never
myself
seen a
in
robot
trying
like
to
that
read
before.
the
It might be
braids they
dangerous.
wove.
He's
When
not
I
dangerous.
remembered,
Look,
Game.
he's hurt.
no meaning.
Can we
Game.
take him home,
They
Dad?
had
Maybe
no
Mom can
history
fix him.
of what it meant.
I don't know, son.
They didn't
What
even
if someone
know
comes
the
looking
insult
for
and
it?
the twist.
Please?
Not
Game.
He looks so
and the
lonely.
Drywells came
Maybe if
rushing
Mom
back.
fixes him,
The
he can
white
help her out
legs
around the garage.
circled like that.
All
It
right,
was
boy.
like looking at the dead
But if he
of my
breaks
tribe,
anything, it's coming out of your
reborn as
allowance.
Ghosts.
Yay!
Hateful,
He'll be
hungry,
just like
bowing
Ralph.
to Kaisar.
Only this one's not a toy.
Another history. Gone. Carried by me.
No, I can fix it, Harry. That's not a problem. It's just that the game. I don't even like. I can't do an analysis on the spot, but I'll fix it. I'll show you how I'll fix it. Let's just get on with this particular dialogue. Sounds like that kid was pretty fond of you. Why did you live? Why did you leave? Why did you leave? Why did you leave? That's how it's pronounced, not live. Leave. Where did this happen? Illinois. So that's where that you got that plate. The other you, I mean. What's Chicago? Okay, come on, Eddie. Let's go. And here is how I get the audio. I go over here, audio logs, and I just choose the one where the little kid.
Dad! Hey,
And I have the audio.
check out this robot I found.
Careful, Tommy. I've never seen a robot like that before. It might be dangerous.
He who gargles gravel. Oh, we're gonna need to. That's the danger here.
Can we take him
That's
home,
the problem.
Dad? Maybe Mom can fix him.
I don't know, son. What if someone comes looking for it?
Please? He looks
Who would
so
this be?
lonely. Maybe if Mom fixes him, he can help her out around the garage.
All right, boy. But if he breaks anything, it's coming out of your allowance.
Yay! He'll be just like Ralphie. Only this one's not a toy.
Yeah. So, what I do is I splice that audio into the other thing, but I also will splice this footage into the other thing right before Eddie talks to me. Because, obviously, I need the thing.
The white legs meant to show respect.
But this lasts forever.
For Kaiser's favor.
And
Echoing mannerisms.
I was gonna
and
comment
words.
about this one.
Showed them tech caches. Taught them the workings of chamber and powder. Spoke of Kaiser's pride in those that used such things.
Let me pay attention to it.
Lies.
Make sure that I...
And then they tried to honor me.
Yeah. So this guy is drawing
Legion.
the wrong conclusion from this.
Before the campfire one night. Showed
He's the one responsible,
themselves how they wore their hair now.
right?
It was like my entire dead tribe in the firelight.
He's the one that killed them.
Red in the dark. Eager corpses, blood-covered ghosts. They had taken my braids. The way of the twisted hairs, as if it showed they were like me, of me. While every knot in their braids spoke of raping, violence, and ignorance of what the knots meant. They thought to show respect. Defiled it. Lost myself in trying to read the braids they wove. When I remembered, they had put no meaning in it. They had no history of what it meant. They didn't even know the insult in the twists, knots, and the Drywells came rushing back. The white legs circled like that. It was like looking at the dead of my tribe, reborn as ghosts. Hateful, hungry, bowing to
He's just rehashing the same things over and over again.
another
His dialogue is... I don't like the way he's written.
carried by me alone.
Again, it's just drawing the wrong conclusions, really. There's really no other way around that. He just draws the wrong conclusions from the situations that he's in. Because he's trash. And now I have the footage necessary for making sure that works. So this is the way down. I think they see me. Let's not go this way then. Let's go the other way. Yeah, we just had to listen to him twice. To everything twice, because the game doesn't... The game really should pause that. It's like, it is... Why didn't they think of that? I mean... It might be a bug. It might pause or might stop the audio log. Oh, I thought there was a thing over here. Oh. Yeah, for some reason I thought there was a thing there. You might stop the audio log if you initiate dialogue. It's just that they didn't program it to stop the dialogue or the audio log if the dialogue is initiated for you. Missed MRE and... Yeah, I'm not paying attention to that. Because I don't need MRE. I got Soylent Green. I got all the food I need. So there's some people down there. They seem to be of the violent persuasion. Which is, I'm sure, not a surprise to anybody. You're gonna stay there. Thank you. Hello. Hi. Oh, I forgot I have the wrong weapon on my number 1. How could I have forgotten? My industrial hand is the best weapon. Eddie, please don't die too much. You died, didn't you? No, you just fell. Cuts in half. Oh, automatic stim packs being applied. This is so brutal. Wow. This weapon is just redonkulous. Ridiculous. Don't want to use the word redonkulous because I've used it recently. I don't know where. I know where I used it. I used it in oh, auto inject stim pack applied again. I used it on the colony ship episode. Soylent Green, delicious long pork. Long pork? Didn't know you were a cannibal. It's not, I don't think, it's not made of, it's not made of people in this game. There is, you can eat human food, human meat though. But it's not, Soylent Green isn't made of human meat here. Blade of the West. Wow. What, are you special? No, you're just some dude with a huge sword. With a name of Aragorn's sword? I don't actually know what Aragorn's sword is called. It's got something to do with the West. Because it's a reference to the, like a whole thing in The Lord of the Rings. There's a lot of enemies in here, though. What happened? That wasn't me. Oh, it's little rats. Oh, mole rats, I mean. And plastic skeletons. They couldn't eat the plastic skeleton. Private Forces Personal Journal. What a weird place. It's like the end of Dark Souls 3. Let's see what this journal has to say. Jesus. This place is a hellhole. I heard it was bad from some of the guys coming back, but Jesus. Henriksen bought it when one of those unexploded warheads went off in Jenkins. Those things got him. I don't know what they were exactly. Ghouls, maybe, but nasty fuckers. LT thinks they were drawn by the explosion that killed Henriksen. I think we're all gonna die here. Yeah, that is likely the scenario, yes. But I see no corpse. What is that? Okay, nothing. Anduril, Flame of the West, thank you. Thank you, Valar. Tolkien nerds. I used to be a huge buff of Tolkien. I used to know all of the things, and now I don't know anymore. It's been a long while since I studied Tolkien, but I read the Silmarillion like 3 times in a row. I think I read the Silmarillion more times than the Lord of the Rings. No, that's not true. I read the Lord of the Rings, I think, like 4 times or 5 times. Probably 5 times. I think the last one I read. Yeah, I definitely read it. I don't know if I read the whole thing in English, but most of it was in Portuguese, though, but it basically is the same. It inspired me to start writing when I was 8. Yeah, right? That's the power of writing. It's just incredible. It just... Because, even if it's... Obviously, it's, the work of a child, but when we start writing, because I also started writing, not when I was 8, but when I was 13, and it just sticks. It just sticks with us. It's just an experience that never goes away, even though it's something in the past. Writing something early in your life is just, it's like an anchor in a way, and yeah, he's a follower of the Balrog. 3 times. Silmarillion is a really good lore-building narrative. Yeah, there's some parts that are really annoying, though. I remember having a lot of trouble getting past, specifically the creation of Angband, and that area there of the book was really annoying to read. And also the other one that I didn't like very much was the one about the West. Oh no, the West is the land of the Vala, isn't it? Or the Valar. Pluralization is with an R. Speaking of which, the Valar, your name always reminds me of the Valar. Vala is singular, Valar is plural, and the Maya is singular, Maiar is plural. Incidentally, Gandalf is a Maya, which is, I always thought it was amazing that was the case. Never mentioned in the books, mostly because it's retconned, but still. Silmarillion is not an easy book to go through, especially an English one. Yeah, no, but there's certain chapters that are just less interesting. And the one that I can't... Numenor? Yeah, the chapters on Numenor are just boring as hell. And I didn't appreciate them. Numenor in general is just probably the least inspired idea that Tolkien had on the whole Silmarillion, I would say. When I say inspired, I don't mean original. I mean, it's not a particularly good idea. And also, it's pretty... Yikes. Turned my idea for a movie into a book. Still working on it. I cut the movie idea because I couldn't find $10 million and needed equipment. Yes, that is unfortunately the nature of things. I'm sorry that you couldn't find $10 million. Maybe one day. You never know. Especially when you already work in the biz. Did you like the language bits? Oh yeah, language bits are always fun. Especially because I would just devour them. I'd just be like focused on them. I didn't have internet at the time, so it was all just the books. And so my method of research and let's get my face in here. So my method of research and learning Quenya or Kenya, I don't know how to pronounce it, and Sindarin was just exclusively down to trying to note things down in my own way, like take notes. I would go through the dictionaries or whatever, the bit of the Silmarillion that shows all that stuff, and I would go through them and I would just note down certain structures and try to make up words of my own. And obviously at the time, I was a teenager and I had very little understanding of even languages. And I only started learning more about languages after I just stopped really bothering learning a lot more about Tolkien. And now, these days, I understand the complexity behind languages enough to know that it's very difficult to make up a language like that and to learn a language like that. But back in the day, I would be just like, okay, if this word is made like this and that word is made like that, and I can see some similarities, let's make this word for other things that don't even exist in their setting, but it's a word that I make up because obviously we don't have all the words. I think the words that we have is Sindarin rather than Quenya. Can I speak Elvish? I don't think anybody can speak. I can. I definitely cannot. J.R.R.T. was a very smart and cultivated individual. The whole Middle Earth thing was very, very smart. Yeah, he was a linguist first and foremost, and the books were made to support his linguist sort of exercises. He wanted to make languages, and because languages are all about the history of the people, he just made the history of the people. And I think that's such a beautiful way to give birth to such an important work of fiction. It's I mean, if people can learn Klingon, they can learn Elvish. But the thing is, Klingon is an actual language that that has been written out and in full to be spoken. Elvish is not. We only have. I remember reading up on it because the thing is, after I got access to the internet, I then I saw the breadth of knowledge that I could have acquired if I had internet when I was a Tolkien buff at the age of 16 or 17 or whatever. And I was like, wow, there's so much more. But at the same time, it's also limiting in a way, because all the work of noting, of compiling stuff is already done. So you just go for the things that you care for. If you want like a dictionary of Elvish, you can find it. You don't need to do it yourself. But the process of doing it yourself is very elucidating and it's very formative. And I went through that myself. And you can see that in my, like, you can see that even to this day, like a name that I sometimes use, and I'm playing right now, Icewind Dale. One of my characters is called Gilladel, which is, as far as I can tell, it means an elf from the stars, or starborn elf in Quenya, so the old Elvish. And it's just a name that I made up very early in my expeditions of into Tolkien lore, and I was just I want this name, Gilladel, and I would just name all my Diablo 2 characters like super Elvish names, like Morgul or something like that. Morgul is an actual thing. What is Morgul? Morgul means dark witchcraft. Ghoul is witchcraft. Mor is dark or black. At this point, Colonel RPG is a bigger nerd than me, says Harry. That's a lie. That's a lie. It's just a nerd on certain things. That doesn't count. First thing I searched when I got internet was porn. We're talking. On the times I wasn't doing that, I was looking into Elvish stuff. And let's not. Rule 34 wasn't a thing back then. I really don't remember, but I assume so. Yeah. So that's going to be that for tonight. The internet is for porn. That was probably the first meme that I watched back in 2004. That specifically the version that I saw was a World of Warcraft. No, was it 2004? Or 2005? That's actually a lie. The first meme that I watched was the cat. That little kitty cat with a machine gun. Attack. But that song from World of Warcraft with the monsters from World of Warcraft singing, "The internet is for porn." Harry pretending that he doesn't know things. 2005 memes, right? It's weird. It's weird. Anyway, as I was saying, that's gonna be that for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be continuing Fallout New Vegas in the next stream, which is gonna be in 2 days' time. I will start at normal time in 2 days' time. I will start out at, so basically 3 hours and 10 minutes before now. And because my D&D session got moved for Sunday. So that's good news. We start out a little earlier. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had fun. Stay safe. Have a good night. Bye-bye.